buy that for $1.
Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
Now, say my name.
Looks like you got some kind of alternate universe in there or something.
Yeah. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. That's never happened to me before.
I've been waiting for you.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Two of you need help.
Yes, we absolutely need help tonight. We are having some technical difficulties around these parts. Deadwire Live. StreamYard seems to not like us, and neither are some of our internets. But we're going to still try and go ahead and go forward with everything. Skeeter, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's was actually a warm day in Wisconsin today. It hit 46 degrees after being in the 20s for the whole week. So, but now it's going to keep going down back to the teens, they're saying, by the end of the week. Oh, wow. That's Wisconsin for you.
Here's the season.
Yeah, you should know, Jeff. You've dealt with Wisconsin weather.
Yeah, for most of my adult life.
Yeah.
Until I moved to Arizona, and then that's never been a problem since.
Yeah.
If I want snow, I got to drive about like 2 hours away. Now, Kevin, how about you? You know about snow jobs and blow jobs.
Snow jobs and blow jobs. I almost got snow this week. Almost. We would have had it today, but like it warmed up super fast once the weather front came in. Well, once the rain came in, like the fog went away, all the freezing weather went away, and it just kind of like sopped up, and no chance of snow here for us. I was like, yeah, suck it, winter. I don't like it. I don't like the cold. I don't mind the soggy wet.
Well, apparently not. We'll just find you the nearest.
Well, I mean, other than my swappy pants.
Well, we could see right through you, and we can see on to the first headlines. You want to get us started tonight, Kevin?
Okay, so some tears for this evening. I know I always start us off with sadness, but if you turned on your PlayStation this week, there was a hint of nostalgia, if you will. Not sadness, happiness. Like, oh, man. Old people. This happened to us. You turned on your PlayStation and it had the first call-up sign for the PlayStation 1 and then PlayStation 2, and they progressed on to the 5. And it was a really neat little sequence that they did.
I did not actually notice that when I fired up my PlayStation 5 this week.
What? It was a Tuesday it came out, and I had just tingles and chills. I was like, oh, yes. It made me so happy.
Yeah, their 30th anniversary video was okay. Like, it was okay. That's all it was. But this gave me the goosebumps. Yeah, like totally gave me the goosebumps.
Now, is it still doing that, or was that just for a couple of days?
No.
Okay, I'm going to pay attention. So after the stream, I'll actually fire that up because I kind of want to get back to my video game.
And you can go into your settings and change the background for it too. Change the themes.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You could pick any generation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they'll tell you once you fire it up, you can do that.
I swear I haven't noticed that this week. Because even last night when I fired it up to watch Creature Commandos, I was like, I don't know what everybody's talking about, but whatever.
Did you do the update?
Maybe that's
it should be in your news.
I do not have that on automatic. So.
Oh, that's why.
Oh,
that's why.
Yeah, do your update and you'll have it. And then,
thank you.
Oh, that you heard that original PlayStation 1 boot up. I was like, oh, I just was breathless. I was like, yep. But, yeah, it was pretty good. I even played Astrobot's Playroom because they had a little add-on to that.
That's right.
And that was fun. That was pretty cool. So they even brought back I don't know if it was, no, they didn't have it in the original Playroom where you went down into the basement and you unlock.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You could go unlock this room in the basement, and it takes you to the secret level where you go and do the original PlayStation 1 T-Rex video demo that they had when PlayStation came out.
I need to get back to that game.
And yeah. So it was cool to fight the T-Rex from the original PlayStation demo.
Nice.
Sorry for the spoilers, everybody. Sorry. So, but
did you know about the PlayStation 30th anniversary console that came out this week?
Yeah.
Man, that looked cool, but I didn't want to spend the money for it.
Nope. So. Same here. It was awesome, but
I want a controller though.
Same here.
But those are like $100. Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like what, $30 more than what a regular one costs. So yeah, but I want one.
I do too. I'm happy with my God of War Ragnarok special one, and then my backup white controller, because the very first white controller I got with my PlayStation crapped out after fucking 4 months.
Oh
shit,
that sucks.
It was the analog stick. It had the drift issue going on, and Amy couldn't play a goddamn game to save her life. She kept strafing when she was trying to play a game. She's like, something's wrong with this. All right, I'm ordering a new controller. It'll be here tomorrow, but I want to play my game now.
Yep.
I would have not been able to control myself. Like, dude, I thought you were good at this game. What the fuck? Like,
I made those jokes too. Like, honestly, if your spouse is a gamer and something like that happens to him, you are not a good spouse if you don't make that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially considering my wife is much better at Call of Duty than I am. Like, I will admit it. Like, I'm not good at Call of Duty at all. And my wife's probably as good as the next person, but she destroys me. Just fucking destroys me.
And that's just in the lobby before she starts the game. So
yeah,
right.
Her
shit talking, teabag, everything.
No, my wife is old NES. That's as far as she goes.
That's
Super
my
Mario,
wife. It's all
DNC
Nintendo.
Surf and all the good classics, but she won't do anything that has more than 2 buttons on the right side.
Oh, okay.
Or,
TNT Surf
right
is
side.
Fucking amazing.
That was a good game.
Or TNC, yeah.
Yep.
You guys need to get the World Championship for the Switch.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
We don't talk about that too much because that might be a Christmas present for somebody. She's currently playing Link's Awakening HD remaster on the Nintendo Switch. She's huge. Okay, so my wife absolutely loves Zelda franchise and Mario stuff. Not so much like Mario Kart. She's actually pretty good at that, but like Legend of Zelda and like Legend of Dragoon for PlayStation 1 fans. So I'm going to tie it back around to this. And she will smoke bitches in any of those games. She screams at the controller all the time, but she actually does a very good job playing. I've never played much of a Zelda game in my life. And it's always fun to watch her, and watching her play Link's Awakening. I'm just sitting there kind of going through Twitter and stuff, watching her play. And, it'd be fun to actually get her to play Legend of Dragoon again, because she used to run legendofdragoon.net.
Really?
She held that for many, many years. Then she let the domain expire a couple years ago.
I actually was on that site when years after, and I got Dragoon when it first came out because I was told it was a spinoff of Final Fantasy, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And I loved the game. And then I let it sit for a few years, and I went back to play it again to beat it. And I was like, oh, I wonder if there's any secrets. And that was one of the domains that popped up. That's funny.
There you go. She has played all of them except one of the Nintendo DS's that just had its anniversary from 15 years ago. Forgot what the name of that was. I just saw it on Twitter earlier today. That's like the only Zelda game she hasn't played, and we still have. I have to remember. I think I bookmarked it. When we do Twitter bookmarks later, if that's in there, that'll show up then.
That is the one with the choo-choo. I don't know.
And my wife's favorite is Majora's Mask. So if anybody's about to ask that.
I still haven't played that. Like, I've played like 5 minutes of it finally, but that was it. No, never went back to it.
That's one of the few Zelda games I actually sat and watched her play the whole game, because I was actually thinking, oh, that's actually pretty fun. I kind of dig this one.
Ocarina of Time is like Metal Gear Solid 3 for me. I could play it complete it with my eyes closed at this point. I've just memorized the whole game. Yeah.
There you go.
So, and I just got 2 N64 controllers for my Switch. And it's like I kind of pushed my kids aside once they were done trying to fiddle with it. And I'm like,
the boomerangs.
Let me see. Yeah. let me see if I still can remember how to kill things. Turn on GoldenEye. It's like an NWA record was playing into my house real loud. What up now, and Mom?
Ooh, bitch, get out the way. No, wrong song. California line.
We're not nice people.
No, we are not. We are a-holes. Welcome to Deadwire Live.
Yeah.
Good anniversary, though.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of good anniversaries, check out this other good news that we got this week. Pluto started their Twilight Zone 24/7 content channel. Totally happy with that. If you have not gotten the Pluto app for your TV, your phone, your tablet, whatever, totally get it, because Pluto has a channel for just about everybody at this point. Like if there's something that you really like on TV, there's a channel there. There's a channel for Star Trek. There's a channel for Stargate. Not a channel for Star Wars, because they suck. But
they have their own channel anyway.
Yeah. MTV Animation had its own channel. Like James Bond has its own channel. All sorts of fun shit has its own channel. The A-Team, now the Twilight Zone. So like if you love the Twilight Zone and you just want to watch it in the background all day long, like it's the Labor Day Marathon or whatever it was, have at this. This is going to be awesome.
That's going to be a lot of fun for a lot of friends of mine.
Yeah. My personal favorite on on Pluto is the 1980s Bob Barker Price is Right. Fucking amazing. I still kick ass at that, of those 1980s MSRP prices.
Well, if you watch them enough, you'd be memorizing them too, so of course you're good.
It is that's
the way you watch when you're sick, when you're a kid. You just watch Price is Right and you memorized all the prices, and then when it was rerun again, when you're sick again, you're like, oh yeah, I know what that is. So
I can get the closest without going over.
Yeah. And I'm still watching it like in hopes of seeing a titty flop out when they're running down the fucking aisle. Like it's going to happen on Pluto at this point, like 30, 40 years later.
And how many people actually walk away with their prizes or prize money from those due to California tax laws?
Yeah.
No shit. All right, what else do we got this week? Oh
no. We're getting wicked up in here.
Yep, the lawsuits are finally coming in, and guess what? It's from the Carolinas. Yep, someone from the Carolinas bought their child, the Wicked doll, and allegedly their child went to the website. Now, I did see a picture of the back of these toys. Nowhere does it say get your parents' permission to see. No, it just gives the web address, which whatever, that's all the toys generally do at this point. But you had to know at this point that's what that was. It was already in the news. This is superfluous.
This took a lot longer than I thought it would take.
Yeah, kind of like what, 2-3 weeks longer?
Yeah.
If not more. So, well, I don't know.
Wicked.com, everybody. And from what I understand from what I've heard from other people is they did end up doing a theme on Wicked.com. And tied it in.
That's awesome. That's just awesome.
I cannot confirm it myself, but I have been educated by friends who are like, no, they did a theme over there. It's like, cool.
Good on them.
Hey, when the money's flying in, you do it. You got the clickbait going on. Well, it's not the only baiting going on with that site.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking take it in good humor. Hell.
Just roll with it. Hey, somebody's making money off of it. And then somebody's going to lose money over it. Hey, it's a win-win situation.
That's like years ago. What was that? Back in the mid-90s. like 96, 90, yeah, around 96, 97 when UPS went on strike. And they dropped their 800 number. And I was working at Radio Shack at the time, so we'd have to call still to see if they're back on schedule. And one day we call, and it is a porn line. Their number got dropped, and the porn system picked up the number. So everybody's calling UPS, and it's like, whoa, what the heck? For $5,
we got a big package for you to pick up, Kevin.
Yeah. That was the best.
I have a package. So do I.
Can I carefully unwrap it for you, sir?
No, it's already wrapped, but you can come get it by noon, right?
I believe we can do that. So.
All right, good.
In 5 minutes or less. Unless you choose to pay an extra $4 a minute.
You guys are peeking ahead, aren't you?
No. You don't. We don't look at your freaking slides. You give us bullet points before we come on.
Yeah, give us the bullets. That's it.
And I'm like, how do I make a thumb based on your bullet points? Okay, well, I'll just do a couple logos, throw some blood splatter across.
I mean, we are similar mind, you know.
Bunch of sickos.
Yeah.
You
guys are talking about warming up and stuff like that.
I saw this one too.
Something's squeezing something on this one.
McDonald's.
I'm not loving it.
Had a wonderful design for one of their holiday cups this year. Unfortunately, they had not met our friend, pop culture historian Marshall Julius, who had a much better eye for art than their artist did.
Yep.
Cheeky.
I saw the hands before he drew them on. I don't know what they're talking about.
Any of you remember Red Dog Beer, where it was Batman eating a Catwoman if you turned the logo upside down? This is what it reminds me of.
And then there was the Summer Olympics where it looked like Lisa was giving head to Bart.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
There's been a lot.
The 90s, baby.
Yeah.
Which this was uncovered as we were doing some demo around our house recently. We found a can of clear crystal Pepsi, relatively unscathed. There's just a couple like little holes, but it looks in pretty good shape.
Oh, that's awesome.
Took a little cleanup, but
I remember when that came out, I tried it, and it was the only Pepsi I liked drinking.
It wasn't no difference in taste.
And then he drank too much of it. It wasn't good. So
I wished I would have gotten more of it when they re-released it several years back, because I was like, oh shit, they're only going to put this out a little bit, and I should have just gotten a bottle to keep, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, you should have bought some Zima while you're at it too.
Stupid nostalgia.
Zima.
Good times. I don't do
times. Great.
I don't do malt liquor.
God, y'all are drinking. I'm going to get me a soda.
I'm sorry. I'm going to suffer for it. You know I always do.
Mm-hmm. No, I just had the fortune of the kid leaving me some beer when he was here for Thanksgiving, and he forgot to take it home. And he said, well, hopefully he'll be there when I come back for Christmas. I'm like, maybe.
Beer? Sure. What beer? What are you talking about? There's no beer in this house.
Beer?
What the hell?
Yes, beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ticket.
Dr.
Not
Pepper.
cider.
0 sugar.
All right.
Yeah, it's good too. All right. So let's
next?
see something gross, shall we? Something we can stick our wieners in.
Like Kevin.
Come on now.
Photo.
Pride cock.
Dude. The fuck? Where are you?
So that's not the worst looking popcorn bucket I've ever seen. I'm kind of waiting for it to like sort me into Gryffindor, Slytherin, or
it almost looks
Hufflepuff,
like a cod piece if you angle it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a turd that popped open or a cod piece.
Is that supposed to double as like a strap on?
No, I see.
Howdy ho. You put the thing back on, and I totally saw the sorting hat.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra
I don't
butter,
know.
everybody.
Extra.
Well,
butter.
it is called the fried rock popcorn
Yeah.
container.
It should have like sides for like licorice and shit.
Yeah.
And jujube. I don't know. It's okay. I like the alien one the best. The alien one
Yeah.
and Wolverine. That's probably my favorite.
Venom.
I want to get the.
Mm.
Yeah, the Venom one was pretty cool, but
Pretty cool.
the Wolverine one, like if you get that and stick the pocket pussy in the mouth, it's just the most perfect thing ever. Like,
Well, there's like
It was
the
great.
War of the Rohirrim one coming out, which is the big hammer with the long
Mhm.
staff. You could see where that one's going. And then
Yep.
you got probably the coolest one of the year is the Nosferatu coffin one.
Mm-hmm.
That one should actually be pretty dope. But I have a feeling it's going to be cheap plastic, just like the God of War Pandora box container from years ago.
Yeah.
It'll look cool, but it'll be like really cheap.
shatter quickly.
Oh, mine's still in one piece.
Oh,
Mine's
is it?
still in one piece too.
Now I've got a question. With Mufasa on the rock there, if you push his head down, does he spray the butter on the popcorn?
He might.
He's not neutered.
The extra butter popcorn.
Yeah.
Male cat spray.
Bad pussy.
You're looking ahead again. Stop.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
Speaking of bad pussy.
Yeah.
Britney Spears in the news again this week is a 5-year-old Mexican girl. Good for you, Britney.
We knew you could do it.
Wow.
No, this okay, this is kind of a slippery slope. Like we're here to make jokes and shit, and that's what we do. We're
And you
somewhat
just
good
called
at
her a
it.
slippery slope. Way to go.
Yeah.
Is that I didn't say that. Look, you know what? You're the racist. I don't use terms like that.
She's going to use her
Whatever.
knife skills on you, you know? She'll just come. Look at my knife skills.
She's gonna get her hands
Kevin's gone.
out.
Yeah. Don't tell us we're skipping ahead again.
No, I
Can we
just got
crack Kevin tonight?
I just got slippery slope in Spanish stuck in my head. So fuck you. Thank you
Ooh.
very much for that. Fucking dickhead. People are at home going, "Hey Google."
Okay, we figured out we're all assholes to each other. Jesus, Kevin.
No, it's just in Spanish.
None of you see our
behind
text messages to each other.
it.
There's a reason why Kevin's nicknamed Glory Hole.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
No, you're not.
Oh, somewhere my godmother's like polishing up brass knuckles, like it's okay.
Oh,
see
I'll
at
kill you
Christmas.
later.
only if it's for your knob.
So sorry. So anyway, yeah, Brittany is tired of the way the paparazzi treats her here, and is decided to move to Mexico,
Hi.
and is a five-year-old girl, and then did a weird striptease ish on Instagram, TikTok,
Oops, she
whatever.
did it
Yeah,
again.
it was all very
Yeah.
confusing. I was not aroused, and I'm very easily aroused. This didn't do it for me.
I'll take your word for that, Kevin.
So
nope.
I know. Anyway, speaking of other things no one wants to see, the Acolyte was supposed to have had more exposition for Darth Plagueis in season 2, but they can't say anymore because there's still a chance that they could come back for season 2. Winkety
Wish
wink,
I
wink,
was
wink,
wrong
wink.
now.
No.
Okay, look, you guys aren't getting fucking renewed. You're just not. It wasn't good. The allure of Darth Plagueis in your show wasn't good enough because it wasn't there from start to fucking finish. It was there at the very fucking end as a hint. maybe a bit of an Easter egg, kind of like Yoda's fucking nutsack of a fucking head at the end there. It wasn't good enough.
But what if we put him in a pool of water by an ocean
and made him
see his
naked?
butt?
Yeah.
We'll watch then, right?
What?
Naked man, but
Darth plays his butt.
In
They'll
all
totally
fairness,
get a
that worked
season
for
2.
us.
Yeah.
That worked for us like 30 years ago with Mel Gibson in like every movie he was in.
Mm-hmm.
Like Emilio Estevez had that joke about it in Loaded Weapon,
Yep.
where the chick's like, "Where are you going?" "I'm going for the see my naked butt in the moonlight shot."
You mean like Sylvester
pauses there in the
Stallone and
moonlight.
Kurt Russell and Tango and Cash? Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See my butt. Anyway, this I thought was interesting. Speaking of hated TV, the 10 most hated TV characters of all time. Acolyte was not on here at all, which is fine.
What?
Like, they weren't all that hate-worthy, but I
They
didn't
just
really
hated
see
the
anybody
show.
that I Yeah, I didn't see anybody on here where I'm like, God, I hated that motherfucker.
Todd
Joffrey,
Alquist, Breaking
yeah.
Bad? Was that the
No. He
was that the
bad,
other
but not
doctor
bad.
that Walter replaced in the dryer mat? When they were filling the lab with Walter, he came in and then he got rid of the Todd as the assistant.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's been a while since
Okay.
I watched it, so
Yeah, Solomon, where's
Caillou.
Skylar White from Breaking Bad? Most annoying bitch I've
Yeah.
ever seen on TV. Great job, Miss Actress, but like your character sucks.
No, number 9 should be number 1. Fucking Caillou.
I
Caillou,
don't
what
even
is
know what
that?
that is.
You don't know what
That's
Caillou
a cartoon, isn't it?
It's a children's cartoon that is so bad. A little bald-headed kid that I swear has to be mentally challenged. I mean, really. He just
And the governor of The Walking Dead for TV? Like,
yeah,
he didn't even do his goddamn fucking character right.
No, and they made a bad choice on that. Jeez. Governor was horrible, bad, but I didn't hate him.
I liked him in that regard.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
a villain.
Yeah, he did a good job as a villain, but he wasn't like a villain you hated. So I
see the Game of
like,
Thrones characters.
Yep.
Negan, I would
Joffrey,
have thought
can
would
see.
have been that character.
Yeah, Negan would have been my choice.
Yeah.
Just for killing Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rick. God damn.
Carl.
Carl. Come on, Rick.
Now, they got Show Tucker for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Are they talking about the anime, or are they talking about the...
Yeah, the Brotherhood is the second series.
Yeah,
that was actually more
second
accurate.
series. Yep. So, yeah, I mean...
That, I'll give them that one.
Yeah, I'll give them that, too. I mean, I hated them, but I want to put them in the top 10, I think, so...
Where the hell is like Scorpius from Farscape? Where the hell's like Q from Star Trek The Next Generation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's way more villains that are appropriate for this. This is more modern.
What's his name from Heroes? Zachary Quinton's
Skylar.
character.
Oh,
yeah, Skylar. He was...
Cigarette smoking man, X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, X-Files.
Yep, X-Files.
Any of the Lone Gunmen.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hated that goddamn fucking show.
That spinoff was bad. I own it, but I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was a miss.
Big miss. Could have been way better.
But they tried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Harsh Realm, and it failed too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, half the
covered
list.
that on our show.
Well, they had a Irish actor playing a notably Spanish character, so
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
but it was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of more hated people, and I do say this one less jokingly and more sympathetically, Ilphonic announced this week that they are doing company layoffs. Apparently, the year hasn't gone as well as they'd planned, which is really weird because they picked up Alien vs. Predator again, and started selling more content for that. They picked up Killer Clowns from Outer Space and did really well with that, apparently. Ghostbusters is extremely good, so I don't know what hit them so hard recessively this year, other than that's just the industry the way it is right now, or the fact that style of game is just not what people want long term. I don't know,
maybe,
but I'd say poor management.
No,
that too. It could be that. It could be that.
Like I saw this
a lot
bullshit
of the artists
with them back on the Friday the 13th the game. Like I knew, like, oh hey, we're ditching Friday the 13th because of lawsuits, and we're gonna move on over to Predator Hunting Grounds. And I never played that one. I would like to, but I don't like how they treated everybody on the Friday the 13th go around. So fuck them.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to play Killer Clowns, but I'm not gonna play it until I know like everything that they intend to put out is put out. I want a complete game. I don't want planned downloadable content. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So. Well, they just added Mike and Debbie for people that weren't pre-orders. So like you could now purchase Mike and Debbie as downloads.
For a small
movie, y'all. Anyway, for a small fee, yes.
I mean, it sucks to lose people losing a job, but Elphonic has not been running the best. They could have the greatest sales, and they could still not. They could still have overbloated staffing and or mismanagement, and all their executives are taking way more money than they should be for bonuses for goals that they really didn't obtain.
Yep. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. But I will say this about that: if you are in a position to hire an artist, look for the people that were just at Elphonic, because they do a great job. Like all the games we've just mentioned do look fantastic, and they do play fantastic. So
I really want
have
that
no gripes with the quality of the game itself. Yeah, I do too. I'm just kind of like, I don't want to get into another one of those style games right now. Evil Dead pissed me off too much.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Ghostbusters was too good. I don't want a disappointment.
Yeah.
So I'll never say an unkind word about Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
They're doing one more DLC drop that's free, I believe, for everybody.
Okay.
And that's going to be Boogeyman from the cartoon.
Oh, that could be good. Real good.
Fire that up again.
They just released the Sclary Brothers last month, and I was like, oh, shit, cool.
I haven't been on it for a while. That would be cool.
I haven't played in a while either.
Yeah, definitely check it out. They've added some cool stuff, like Sam Hain, all the different versions of Slimer.
All right, fine.
Yeah. All right, you convinced us.
You could change your proton pack to look like the shell from the cartoon, and I'm like, yes,
that's cool.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Yep.
Anyways, shame on you, Elphonic.
Yep, shame on you.
More shame around the industries. The acting industry heard from actor Jack Veal this week, who played young Loki in the series Loki, stating that he's 17 years old. He is a relatively famous actor, and due to physical, mental, etc. abuse at home, he's finding himself homeless, and he has actually been trying to get himself into foster care and had been pleading with the system, and they ignored him basically.
Wow.
Allegedly, according to him, he'd been ignored for quite some time. Well, after making this post on TikTok, the people made such an outcry for him that outreach services called him the very next day, and he'd posted the next day thanking people for doing whatever they did, because people were trying to make arrangements to get him into foster care at this point. And all I could say is, wow, that's so cool that he did that and that's working for him, because you look at actors at that age that went the other way, Jake Lloyd,
Mm-hmm.
that suffered the abuse and suffered at the hands of the machine that is Hollywood. And I hope he goes places. I hope this young man becomes something and overcomes this obstacle. And truly, I want to see him in more things.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was cool. Oh, yeah. So anyway, yeah, there was the picture where he was thanking people the next day, just and being very sincere. All right, so Funko released their pictures from Captain America 3, yes.
Hey, they're spoiling the movie.
Yeah,
let's go.
Great job.
Funko, we knew we could rely on you.
Not Sabra up in the upper right-hand corner. But most importantly, there is the not leader down on the bottom. Golly, that looks nothing like the leader.
It's looking a little green there.
Yeah.
At all. Well, the leader is green.
Oh, I know.
Like his cranium, his brain is so fucking huge. Like you can't cover it up. And he doesn't have that problem here. He has hair. And he's wearing a bathrobe. Golly, it just doesn't look like the
screen's cheap.
Yeah, it is a little bit bigger than the other heads, but not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, I gave Red Hulk.
I just saw Solomon comment on that, and I'm like, yeah, it is a bit bigger. Is that Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Does it say on that one in the top right?
Oh my god, you made me look.
This movie's gonna be fly. If she's in it, hell yeah, I'm ready for it.
Oh my god.
I know people that would buy tickets to that. Man.
I would.
Okay, maybe you can explain something to me. I see Captain America, then I see Falcon to the side. Should that not be the same damn person? I don't know the comic books. I called me a stupid question with that one, but
no, you're
okay. Did you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier?
No.
Okay. There is a kid with the military that gets assigned to assist him, and it's basically his guy in the chair. Yeah. That's going to become the new Falcon, his assistant. He's a pilot also. And I don't remember how, but he gets a hold of the jetpack at some point, I think. I'm not sure, but he's a pretty capable pilot.
Or he built one. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it. I'd have to watch it again, and I don't want to.
Same.
I don't want to watch any of this horse shit. God, they're even doing reshoots again on that fucking movie, and it's coming out in freaking February.
Yes, not even 90 days away, and they're doing it again.
My guess is they're just cutting a couple things out and trying to retweak something.
From what I've heard, it's not because of displeased audience scores. It's just things to make it a little tighter and more concise. But I don't know. They could be just saying that.
Yeah. Whatever they're doing with this fucking movie, like, dude, like, it's a train wreck. It's never gonna make the money back. They've basically shot this movie like 3 times, and now they're doing like minor reshoots again. They've lost their fucking mind with this movie, and they cannot get rid of it. They can't cancel it. They got to air it. They got to put it out there and just take the loss.
Yeah. I mean, they got to spend that Blade money somewhere, you know.
Oh, don't even start me on that Mahershala Ali and Wesley Snipes multiverse bullshit that's being rumored right now with that.
Yeah. Not
fuck
gonna happen.
Off with that bullshit. It's just a rumor anyway, but
yeah,
fuck,
if they did try it, it'd piss everybody off.
If Phase 4 and 5 have taught us anything, it's that Marvel does not have an actual plan. So if you're reading shit online, it's most likely definitely a rumor. If you've heard a really good idea, it's a rumor that somebody else has fucking thought of online. Like I'm sure.
Yeah, Marvel writers are
shit out here.
Yeah, they're probably sitting there. Oh, what did they say? Oh, yeah. That's another good idea. Oh, look at that comment.
Right.
Yeah. We should do that. We should do that.
Write that down.
Hey, we'll say we heard it from user number X49524, and we'll say that's a news headline, and it's going to be from one of the 200 Marvel news quote unquote users on Twitter.
Yeah.
One of which
And they'll
being
take that as gospel. Or at KCS Kev Smith.
Yeah. Who says it stinks? It all stinks. Speaking of which, Coleman Domingo, who's recently voiced Norman Osborn in Spider-Man's new cartoon, has admitted that he has been contacted by Marvel to pick a role in the MCU. Basically, he said, "What do you got?" And they said, "What do you want?" And that's about where it's been left. And
we was Kangs.
People are up in the air speculating who he could play, who he could be. And I'm like, y'all, if he's voicing Norman Osborn in the cartoon, don't you think they're going to have him fucking play Norman Osborn in a fucking live action show? Like he's going to end up playing Norman. That's just the way it is.
I don't think they will.
I don't know. It could be for, somebody Solomon mentioned like a Black Panther role. That's possible.
I don't
think they're recasting T'Challa. They had their chance and they fucked that up.
I don't know. I didn't see
he
Wakanda
almost strikes
Forever.
me as perfect for like a Miles Morales, where he's like his uncle or something.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of that. What the uncle
looks like the Prowler,
but yeah,
yeah,
you can pull it.
That'd probably be all right. I mean, I'm not a fan of Miles Morales, and Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Everybody, he is not Spider-Man.
No,
I liked him in the video game, but that's about it. I don't know him in the comic books or nothing like that.
I hated his solo game.
So, in other words, Jeff is saying, "Not my Spider-Man."
Bingo.
You're gonna love part 2.
He's not my Spider-Man.
I want him to do 2099 Spider-Man.
There we go.
He could be a good candidate for that too, because I don't think they ever reveal who's behind the mask on 2099, if I remember right. I didn't read too much into those comics, but I did like how it was going for that character.
Oh God, what was it called? Miguel Sanchez? I think so.
Maybe
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Now that
you're right.
Now that I've said Miguel Sanchez as I'm being called bigot.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, Peter David's 99. Yeah, that was good.
Well, we're also going to be getting Nick Cage's Spider-Man Noir next year.
That I'm kind of hoping it'll come out good.
That I will absolutely check out. I just hope it's decent.
Wait, which one?
Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah,
because
it should be fun.
The video games, and there was one animated show that did that too, where they had Noir, and it had that Nick Cage presence to that character, so you could easily buy into it. It wasn't Into the Spider-Verse. It was some other. It was like one of the animated cartoon shows that was on.
Okay.
Can't remember which one it was. Could have been Amazing no, not Amazing Spider-Man, or maybe it was. But he popped in there and he had that like Nick Cage presence to him, and I'm like, oh, that'd be a perfect person for it. And then when I heard they're announcing that who was playing Noir, I'm like, perfect, just perfect for that role. Since he couldn't be Superman except for in a short clip of a movie that I had to painfully watch this week. Oh, stupid Flash.
Girlfriend, why you hurt yourself?
I wanted to see my Batman. And I did. I was happy, but yeah.
This is a family show, so I mean, we could share. I IBS, and I spent the entire week on the floor in pain, writhing on this very baseball, in fact. And you chose to go through very similar pain. Like, I can't get rid of this shit. You chose to fucking watch it. What the fuck is wrong with
you guys? Know I'll watch really bad movies. I mean, I sat through Armageddon. I sat through Zombievers, which I thought were so terrible they're funny. So
yeah,
I was trying to find the funny part in the Flash, but I just couldn't find it.
There is really no funny for Flash. You just tune in for Michael Keaton as Batman and tune out.
An hour of painfulness and then good stuff.
Then the movie actually starts.
Yeah. Then the movie was pretty good for a while.
What I learned about myself is I grew up watching a Michael Keaton playing a Batman that wouldn't have wanted me to watch a pedophile in a superhero outfit. So I can't bring myself to watch this movie, even though Michael Keaton is in the movie. Mm-hmm. And it breaks my fucking heart. It truly does, because Michael Keaton's my hero. He is my Batman. And I'm glad he got to put the cowl on again, but I'm just sorry that it was in this movie because I won't see it.
Hey, give us our Batman Beyond with him, or a true Batman 3 with Tim Burton directing again.
That'd be cool too. Just don't kill him. None of that John Wayne bullshit.
Yeah, we got enough of that already.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony Stark. Tony Stank. Anyway, coming back from the dead in the MCU is Daredevil Born Again. The actor that played Bullseye confirmed that the series is taking place 5 years after the end of season 3.
Nice.
So he's not stating whether or not it's in canon with the original seasons, but he is saying it takes place 5 years after it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It's not the same thing, but somehow it is. Like, he can't confirm that all took place, but it happens 5 years after it did, if it happened.
Yeah, I heard he. Or did I can't remember reading about, but he appears in a different city. So.
Yeah, but basically, Bullseye has gone on different missions and killed various different people. Daredevil's fought various different supervillains several different times.
Yeah.
He's fought Bullseye several different times, maybe at this point. So basically, it's kind of neat if you think about it. There are a lot of possibilities of stories that could happen in between A and point E at this point. So that's kind of a neat thing, and it's again a slippery slope that he should say that, because Disney's lawyers work fast.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
I'm excited for this to come back.
I'll give it a try, but I'm not holding my breath.
I am. I really am. I love Charlie Cox's Daredevil.
Oh, I love him too. I love
do.
John Barenthal as Punisher and bringing back some of the OG cast, but they're not bringing back the OG writers. So I already have an initial problem. Like, you're already going to that effort to bring back the original actors. You can't even bring back the original showrunner. Like, I already have a problem with that.
True, and they're
they
also
already told
going
this
to be
fucking story too.
Yeah.
They'd already told the story in season 2 of Daredevil to begin with.
Yeah, but we're jumping from Netflix to Disney, so
it's.
I can see why the showrunner might be hard to get, which sucks. But
he was available. He said they never reached out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah.
Same thing with Deborah Ann Woll when they were like, "Oh no, we're starting production," and then they had to do a complete reset and start over, and actually had to call them in now.
Yeah, because she was very public. Like, they didn't call either one of us. Like, no.
Yep, we don't know anything about what the fuck's going on with that show.
Yep. And she's a Misty, so I'll back her no matter what. So fuck you, Disney. Anyway, I'm still looking forward to it. I watched the episode of She-Hulk that he's on because again, I love Daredevil.
He was an Echo too. So
what?
Yeah, for what, like
was
5
he?
minutes or
yeah,
whatever
for
it
like
was?
5 minutes. Yeah, in one scene. I actually had to go back. I'm like, did I miss something in Daredevil? I went watch a whole bunch. I'm trying to find it.
Yes.
Like, no, there's nothing I missed. It just this was added into this. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, she was introduced in Daredevil 18, I think, in like 1999, 2000. Anyway, Brian Michael Bendis created her, I think, and it was a pretty decent story. I liked it. He made Daredevil gritty again after Kevin Smith had this amazing comic book run with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
She also popped in Hawkeye series too. Yeah, he was in there for a quick minute. It was with his fight with Echo because Echo was more into Hawkeye, getting revenge on him. So,
oh, so okay, I do.
That was when Hawkeye went off the
rails.
rails, and he was in his hooded outfit with his crappy mohawk
as Ronin.
Ronin. And, yeah,
you got some catching up to do, Kevin. Apparently.
I do. Yeah. I need time away from my family, which I'll get working, but whatever.
You'll get parole eventually.
I'll get parole. Oh, what's next, Marvel? Oh, so this is a rumor. This is nothing but a rumor, but this is not the first time we've heard this rumor. Excuse me. That we're going to see Mark Ruffalo, or at the very least, we're going to see the Hulk show up in Captain America 3. Again, we've been saying this for months now. We've heard this rumor and other that it was going to be an ensemble movie because Cap can't carry the movie in this one.
Nope.
That sucks. Anyway.
I'm not shocked.
So, again, another rumor, but this probably makes sense. For all their multiverse and stuff that they're doing, this makes a lot of sense to have Captain Hydra show up. To have it be a multiversal thing is okay. When they initially tried making Captain America a Hydra agent just for the sake of like being fresh, it was a horrible idea, and I'm glad they retconned it. But this might work in the MCU. Like, what if Hydra had a super soldier? That would be great. But I don't know. This is not how I want to see him come back as Cap.
Nah, I want them to do. They're showing this, and then when it gets to his scene, he goes "Flame on!"
Oh my god! Right?
That was awesome.
That was. Or Cassie rips his skin off again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, making Cyclops a villain was also equally horrible. They just don't know how to write anymore. Oh, well, you got to keep it fresh. No, you guys just don't know how to write fucking stories.
Stick to one universe. Yeah, just stick to one universe. You don't need all
they
these
lose
different
touch with the characters.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. They've lost touch with a lot of the characters of who the character used to be.
Yeah.
Like I look at panels online from like Spider-Man today, from like long after Brand New Day, and I'm just kind of like, I so glad I don't read Spider-Man no more. So glad I don't read comic books anymore. Like most of the time where it's like I read something new and I smile, it's from Batman. So I'm kind of like anyway. What's next? Oh, speaking of which, I guess we're on the DC news. One of the producers from Harley Quinn said that that the new season is still coming. So a couple things about Harley Quinn. It was supposed to be coming out this month. It's not been announced to be coming out for the December slate schedule. Was not announced at all, and they haven't mentioned when it's coming out. They haven't denied that it's not coming out. It's still slated to be. They just haven't like officially announced that they've pushed it back again. Anyway, that aside, Kite Man did well, they said, and they're putting out a third cartoon or a third series into what they're calling the Harleyverse. Yeah, they're actually calling it the Harleyverse, but they're saying it's doing very well. The series or the whole universe is doing very successful, and they are looking to continue it. They can't say what it is or who it's involving, but to keep your eyes out that it should be announced very soon.
Go figure.
Yep.
My money's on Clayface. It's got to be Clayface.
Cash.
What, you don't want your Bean show, Kevin?
Oh, so someone saw saw Robert Pattinson randomly and said, "Oh, you were the guy from Twilight. Whatever happened to you? Why did you get out of acting?" And he's like, and he says, "I'm Batman." My man, that upward inflection at the end is why he had to ask. You don't have to ask, "I'm Batman." Fucking grab that motherfucker, get in his face, tell him you're
Batman. Where's Rachel?
and then let him piss himself.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Reminds me of the Snickers commercial.
Yeah.
Kind of. What is this guy really saying? Why did you get out of acting? What he's really saying is, why are you making decent pictures? Why haven't I seen you in a movie? Well, because I'm making decent pictures. Okay. Why haven't I seen you in the tabloids? Because I'm not a fucking train wreck. Oh, God, that sucks. Okay.
I wouldn't exactly say Twilight was the highlight of his career.
That was a breakout of his career.
I guess.
Kevin took a number for the glory hole again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked him in Harry Potter. Like his moment that he had in Harry Potter was like, I liked him. You knew he could act. You knew he was going to go someplace. And then Twilight happened, and you're like, but is this the apex of where he could be? Like, really? Like, I feel like
he's going to be Batman. That was not on my bingo card.
Yeah. Everyone knows my feelings about Twilight. Fucking glampires.
I love the riff
glampires
tracks.
Oh yeah.
They don't even have no fangs. You're not a vampire.
They're just so pretty though.
Yeah, we don't sparkle in the fucking sunlight. We burn.
We sizzle like bacon.
Yes. I end up in the hospital if I'm in the sun too long.
Sizzle.
No joke. Yeah, I mean,
we smoke them vampires.
I'm literally allergic to the sun. So I mean, since I was a kid, so everyone's known me to be the vampire type. So I do get second and third degree burns if I'm out in the sun more than a half hour.
Wow.
So yeah, so whole vampire thing is real for me.
That explains a few things.
Yeah, it does. I'm crazy too, but that's besides the point.
That's why we like you.
Yeah. I said the Super Mario Brothers movie was all right, the original.
Yeah.
With John Leguizamo.
At the time or recently?
Yeah. No, the old original.
He's talking the 94.
Yeah, 94. Bob Hopkins and John Leguizamo. That was a good movie.
Leguizamo.
Leguizamo.
I have it around here somewhere. I'd be like, oh, pimping it out, but I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, DVD's on the shelf.
Yep, I got mine.
Anyway,
Kevin actually has shelves now.
Off. I do. It's really kind of nice. And then I had to like shorten everything or tighten everything because my wife's like, I want the exercise equipment closer this way. It's like, but my space.
Mine.
I'll burn this shit or sell it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm not going back. So other Warner Brother news. They are very close to casting Professor Snape in the new Harry Potter series.
Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Next.
Dumb fucking idea. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And they're done auditioning.
It's a bad idea, but it's just a rumor.
I'm hoping it's a rumor.
Well, it's reported by Variety. I don't know if they were leaking that so they could get a different actor in, but like if they're gonna race swap that, I'm already out.
Yep.
I'm just out. I'm not interested.
Same.
Kevin just shaking his head at us. We're having
I'm
good
trying not to get
taste.
Right? Good taste.
Good oldies.
I'm just saying there's a lot of bad things that people could say about the show. Anyway, yeah. Let's just leave it the way it was. Yeah. So, next.
There we
the
go.
ballerina poster. Kind of hot.
Yep.
Not going to lie. Kind of hot. I do like that.
I approve of it. It carries forth from the tattoos on John Wick. So,
yes. Now, my only thing is I hope that by the time this comes out, it's been re-edited into a watchable and enjoyable film. Because from what we heard, it was not quite cut that way yet.
I thought you were trying to say edible for a moment, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, want to touch the hiney.
And he wants edible panties.
Yep.
And a dong.
They don't have to be edible. He'll chew on them if they're off of her. So.
Yep. But no, from what it sounds like, they have gone through with a fine-tooth comb and have relatively fixed any issues that the executive producers had with the movie.
I broke Kevin. Not often you can break Kevin.
Nope.
He going through her chonies with the fine-tooth comb.
Yep, I broke him.
You got a hair sticking out of one of your tooth caps.
That's how you check for lice.
Amazing proctology exam. Way to go, Kevin.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody tells you, shaving your pubic hairs will not rid you of a genital infestation.
That is not professional medical advice from Kevin.
And learning is half the battle.
Looks like a cool poster. I'm going to see this next year,
it looks good.
I'm definitely in for this movie.
It looks fun and yummy. Fun and yummy. Speaking of fun and yummy.
Yes, here we go.
Here is the slate of horror films for next year. What do you guys see that looks pretty good? The first thing that comes to my mind is Until Dawn. I can't wait to see that.
Yep.
That's going to be dope.
Actually, I have a trailer I'm going to be playing of that very shortly.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Looks rad. I think you guys will get a kick out of that.
Peter Pan, I'm really curious because that's going to start off or get us into the Pooniverse again.
Yes.
Wolfman. They promise wolves, but I haven't seen any yet. I don't know.
No, we're just getting Ruth from Ozark. That's enough wolf for us until she becomes Silver Surfer Lady.
The last Conjuring movie. Pretty sure Ed dies at this one. Like, I'm not sure how else they're going to take that. Let's see here.
What the hell is 2?
I'm trying to remember.
It's the sequel
to 1.
Yeah.
And then what's the sequel to 1? 0?
Yeah.
Of course.
So that would be a trilogy.
Unless there's -1. Could be.
Infinity.
Yeah.
The endless cycle of movies put after numbers. I see a few on here. I see the Peter Pan, Gorge, Until Dawn. I'll watch it. I'm worried. I don't know how I feel about that. I will watch 28 Years Later because I like the first one. I still need to get around to the second one. I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's just a remake. So screw that. Maybe Predator Badlands. What?
I thought it was a sequel.
It
No.
literally is I Know What You Did Last
Summer. They're remaking it.
Yeah, it's a remake.
Oh, I thought this was I'll Always Know What You Did That Summer.
No.
Sorry.
And let's see. Running Man. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Scary Movie 6. Whoa.
Ooh, Thanksgiving 2, possibly.
That's a rumor, but I want to believe it.
I've
some
heard
of these are
something about
TV
this.
shows down here, by the way. Welcome to Derry is the It
Yep.
TV show.
And Alien Earth.
Alien Earth is TV. Popeye's a movie. They just doesn't have an expiration date in Thanksgiving 2.
Final Destination
Thanksgiving 2 is
Bloodlines.
unconfirmed.
Oh, Frankenstein. That's Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I want to see too.
That looks rad.
The set photos looked pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's see, probably for me it'd be Wolfman. I'm hoping that'd be good. Maybe Peter Pan. Sinners looked okay. Until Dawn, I hope is good. 28 Years Later. I went to watch 28 Days Later earlier today, and I couldn't find it on anything. And I'm like, oh crap! And I tried to find it in my movie collection. Oh yeah, I don't have it, of course. I'm like,
I
where
got the
hell did that
DVD.
go?
I'll rip it for you so that we can all watch it together.
All right. Megan 2.0. I kind of want to see it. The first one I watched, so I got to see if I'm guessing right for the second one. I got a theory on it, so we'll see if I'm right about it. The Conjuring, I'll watch that. Predator Badlands, Running Man. I still don't know what 2 is. Frankenstein looked really good just because it's Del Toro. Scary Movie 6, I'll definitely watch because they got the Wayans brothers back in on it, so it should be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm hoping that will be decent because I hear they're supposed to be bringing back some of the original writing staff from the first 2. And Derry, I want to see that, and Alien Earth. So, Popeye.
Yeah, I'm curious about Alien Earth. I hope it's decent, but from everything I'm hearing, it's like, so you're cherry picking what you're going to be related to within the Alien universe. Okay, we need a flow chart now for Alien projects and TV shows and movies and video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how it'll relate to. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to hit the timeline that Alien versus Predator, maybe, because that starts off in our time where they go down to Antarctic and find the temple, and the aliens are down there. So we'll see. I'm hoping it kind of does because they could clean that up, make it better than what the movies. The movie is good, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
That's all I got for those. I still got to watch.
I like to see the Popeye movie, but I don't know if I want to pay to go to the theater for that one.
That's how I am too. I'm like,
might scale the high seas on a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God help me, it looks like it's going to be stupid fun, like a giant mutant with tumorous forearms.
Let's freaking go with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was all I had for the news headlines this week.
Oh, okay.
All right. Got a few things over here. Just going to celebrate another anniversary over here. Want to remind everybody that Galaxy Quest is turning 25 years old. And I had, it needs to be a Brave tab, because the Blu-ray in 4K is coming out in the next week. So if everybody is looking forward to that, you will want to get on that. There's a steel book and whatnot coming out, so it's going to have a fun little release coming on the 16th, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yep. That's
so if anybody wants to get us a good Christmas present, we'd all be happy with the steel book cover. Yep.
Steel book cover looks pretty rad, I gotta admit. I don't think they
That's going to get me in trouble next week.
You're not the only one.
I ordered it. It's showing up.
My wife, I don't know why, but my wife hates this movie. She's never seen it and she won't watch it. She refuses. And I'm like, this movie is so fucking good. Like, it's so hard to explain how good this movie is.
Well, I grabbed Thaw's hammer. What a savings.
Yeah, I'm like if you like Star Trek, this movie is 1,000% for you. If you don't like Star Trek, this movie is 1,000% for you because it's making fun of Star Trek.
Is the
it's all tasteful jokes.
Yeah, it's the Spaceballs of Star Trek.
Yeah, before Orville, it was Galaxy Quest 20 years before Orville.
Yeah. So
yeah, and it worked for just this little one shot of a movie. It fucking worked really well.
I remember seeing the trailers. I'm like, this looks stupid, and I want to go see it. And I walked out of it thinking that was actually very smart, and I really liked it.
Same. I remember going to the theater. Just horrible.
I remember the trailer showing the rock monster chasing Tim Allen. And being like, this looks stupid.
Yep.
It was not. It was not stupid at all.
Yeah, the great cast. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Shalhoub, Sigourney was great as the sex pot. I loved her dubbed line that was later on in the movie where she says, "Oh, screw this," and you could really see what she's actually saying. Fuck this.
Yep.
and they don't have an original version of that anymore because it's been discarded. They'd love to do it, but yeah, it works so much better because it totally falls in line with Star Trek and overdubbing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like watching a TV show or watching a movie on TV. So yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, like Tremors, like Mother Humpers and stuff like that.
Yes. Mothers that sew socks in hell.
Well, speaking of sewing socks in hell, there's been a little news on Violent Night Part 2 coming out. Recently, David Harbour had an interview with CBR.com, and he was just talking about it is in development. They are not finished with the script yet, so it's not quite ready, but they should have that tied up by early mid next year, and they hope to start shooting by fall time. We're not getting this movie next year, but I would suspect 2026 will be the year of Violent Night Part 2. Now, Kevin, what do you think about some of this?
I want to see him fight Krampus. Like, I want to see him go at it with Krampus, like shirts off, chain swinging, sack flinging, whatever, hammer flying. That would just be cool as hell. But so you know how much I love this movie. People at home may not know how much I love this movie.
You better check out our Violent Night movie review from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We reviewed this last year, and I think it was probably our least watched video ever. And I couldn't understand.
But I ain't taking it down. I ain't tweaking it.
Could not understand why. Like when I got us blacklisted for the things I said about Brandon Lee, I understood that. This I didn't understand because Violent Night was such a dope fucking flick. I thought everyone would be like, yeah, man, that's a good review. Let's watch that. So like if you haven't seen Violent Night, check this movie out. It is a dope action flick in the same vein of Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, or any other like crazy action movie that you could think of that takes place in the holidays. But it's Santa Claus as the main action character, kicking ass, being the action hero. It's amazingly fun. So yeah, I would love to see this Santa Claus character kick ass in another situation. Don't need to know more about his backstory and how he became Santa and what the curse is.
We got that in the first one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether or not Mrs. Claus he's back on the nice list or whatever. Which apparently he is.
I love that.
But yeah, I'd really love to see Santa some more.
I think we will. I think they'll dip into some of the lines they were talking about. Like there probably will be a Mrs. Claus. This is largely going to probably take place at the North Pole. I just hope we're not going the Santa Claus 3 route with Tim Allen, where it's the escape clause, where I like the idea of the villain, but like the overall, hey, the North Pole's under attack. It's all like about this war at the North Pole. Like I don't need that, but if this is more of like a Die Hard 2 situation where it's more of, hostage taking, somebody's trying to overtake the North Pole, and it's more of he knows this place inside and out. Oh, hey, another goddamn vent and another goddamn Christmas. Yeah, this is becoming new, this is becoming my job now, like John McClane sort of thing. Like you keep it the same sort of theme, and it could possibly work. But like I just said, I don't exactly want another Santa Claus 3. So how do you navigate that little needle hole right there? Yeah. That's going to be difficult, but there's things they could do. I'm down for it. David Harbour's perfect for this role. He was okay as like Hellboy, and he's had some other roles that he's been fine in. Red Guardian, he's fine. It's nothing remarkable. He's fine in Stranger Things. I like him in Stranger Things. But that show is about ready to wrap up here, and it's long overdue to wrap that show up, even though I absolutely really enjoyed season 4.
Yep.
But no, Violent Night 2, totally on board for it. Now, Skater, sounds like you like this movie.
It was good. I like your idea of the North Pole being taken hostage and that, but what if instead of fighting Krampus, he has to team up with Krampus to help take back the North Pole?
Ooh.
I like that idea. That'd be fun.
Like still has to be a Godzilla versus Kong scene. There still has to be a little bit of a fight of like, no, you got to earn my mutual respect if I'm going to work with you.
Yeah, like battle it out, and he's like, all right, take the hits. Now help me out.
Maybe it's more of a competitive Viking that took the role of Krampus rather than an actual creature.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting.
It's on my holiday.
Where's the ram's head as a helmet?
There you go.
Yeah. It's definitely a tradition. Like Violent Night is a tradition for me. Yeah. Krampus is a tradition for me. Gremlins is a tradition for me. Like these are my Christmas flicks. Scrooged.
Yes.
Die Hard. Better Watch Out over here. I'm going to add that. That's in the rotation this year. My wife does not do the horror ones, so it's all me for doing the horror movies or violent ones like this one.
Yep.
My wife could watch Krampus and this. She liked these. She did like these, but like the rest of it, she's like very much Hallmark. She watched Netflix all day. She got a new couch installed in our living room so she could like kick out me and the kids and watch Christmas movies in her own living room on her new couch. It's like, come on, kids. You, me, and the dog aren't allowed on the new couch. Like we're all
dude.
Bundled up together, stinking on the nice old soft couch, watching like horror films and cartoons. It was amazing.
Now you'll be out in the studio streaming with me while she's doing that shit.
She is right now, dude. She's asleep on the couch.
There you go. She's breaking it in.
Yeah, my wife loved Krampus. She enjoyed that movie. She didn't.
Amy
she just fell asleep. She fell asleep for Silent Night, and I was like, but she does that for a lot of movies. But
Silent Night, which one is that? Is that the John Woo one, or is that the actual Silent Night, Deadly Night ones? With the Killer Santas.
Silent Night, Deadly Night with the Killer Santas. So
okay.
She likes some horror movies, but not all of them. It has to be kind of like psychological horror. Then she's
same
focused right into that movie, and she does not ask a question. She don't fall asleep. She'll actually be like, "Can you pause it? I'm going to run to the kitchen and grab a water." I'm like,
or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Other movies, she's like, "Yeah, just let it run. Let it run."
Yeah, it's like Rosemary's Baby with Amy. She was like, "This is really good." I'm like,
"Yep,
really? All right."
Yeah, it's like
she likes the classics.
Yeah, she hates watching me play video games too, except for Heavy Rain. She was excited for me to come play that because it was such a psychological game. She was like,
except for the shower scene, I bet.
Oh no, she thought that was funny. And the sex scene, she thought that was funny too. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
get her, yeah, do that. And I'm like, geez, I'm playing, not you.
Yeah. If you want to have the hour-long shower scene,
Yeah.
honey, here you go.
Tickle her asshole.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
Yeah. Use the loofah.
The
Stupid
loofah
men.
with the handle on it.
Yeah.
We know which one you speak of. That's funny.
All right, we're getting off track.
Kayfabe.
All right, we will get to some bookmarks here. Got some fun things, and then we'll wrap up with a trailer or two. All right, also coming out on December 16th, you can check out for Stallone Snipes Demolition Man on 4K Blu-ray.
Fuck yeah.
Going to be a nice, sweet addition. I am still waiting on mine to ship from the site I ordered it from. I'm calling you out, orbitdvd.com. I'm calling you out. I'm still waiting on my shipping notice, but I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to check it out in a nice actual transfer. My Blu-ray is just if you got a Blu-ray of this, you know it's fine, but this is going to look awesome,
amazing.
I think, because this is Arrow. They do great quality work.
Now, is Orbit's out of the U.S. or is that Canada?
Orbit DVD is out of North Carolina, I believe. It's either that or I order from Diabolic DVD, which is shit. You're gonna hate me, dude. I know who he is, and his name is escaping me. If he's watching this, he's gonna be like, "God damn, I thought you were my friend."
Yeah.
Jesse from Diabolic DVD. He's probably like, Jesus, bro, you don't know where I ship from? Well, I haven't ordered from you guys in like a month.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
But
just,
no, those are two good sites to shop from, not Amazon. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because Canada's on their postage services on strike for a month now.
Yep.
And now UPS just announced, and they don't have FedEx. They got some other shipping company up there.
DHL or whatever.
No, it's, what was it called? Started with a P. But anywho, they said they're not going to deliver the mail either. They're not shipping packages either. So everybody's screwed for Christmas in Canada.
Blame Canada.
Yeah, blame Canada. So, yeah, I thought Orbitz was out of Canada for some reason. I couldn't remember. Maybe it's something else I'm thinking of.
No, there's probably something to that, but that's not the place where I order from.
Okay.
And usually if you order from like Diabolic DVD or Orbit DVD, you tend to get your movies pretty early, actually, ahead of street date. Like,
nice.
Sometimes it's just a couple of days. Other times it'll show up about 3 weeks ahead of time, and you're like, oh, yeah, I can watch something before everybody else. It's kind of fun. You do pay extra, but the packaging is impeccable.
That's good to know, too.
And we were talking about The Gorge earlier. I'm going to go ahead and play this. It's an Apple TV trailer. I don't know if they're going to head us on it, but I don't care. We're playing it anyway because it's a horror movie and it looks kind of interesting.
The Gorge trailer starts now.
Pre-trailer.
I have new orders that require me to go dark for at least a year, maybe more.
Good girl. Picked up that bullet case.
A special assignment in an undisclosed location.
As an elite sniper, are you presently under any private or military contract?
No.
No. There's not a lot of reasons for me right now.
What if I gave you a reason?
Sigourney Weaver, everybody.
There she is. West Tower observation post. Your home for the next 365 days. There is no outside communication here.
What's that on the other side?
That is East Tower. Contact with the other side is strictly forbidden.
So what's the mission? To keep people from going in the gorge?
No. You need to stop what's in the gorge from coming out.
What the hell is that?
The gorge is the door to hell. And we're standing guard at the gate.
Director? Is this Sam Raimi?
No.
Oh, the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Black Phone was good, so
I like Black Phone.
I did too.
I will see that sequel.
Yep, same. Oh. Chief Feisty.
Yeah.
What's the truth about this place? What's the truth about the gorge?
Ugh, my fear of heights. Ugh.
No!
Nah. No.
No?
Don't buy that part.
Yeah.
Base jumping.
That's probably the season finale shot there. Nope.
Apple TV.
They'll probably put it in theaters for a day or two just to get it qualified for anything. But I mean, I'm hearing such good things about Apple TV's got some shows to watch. I never did get around to watching the Monarch show, so I can't really speak to that at all. But like, I guess there's a show for all mankind on there. There's Silo is on there. There's some other good science fiction shows that I kind of want to check out. So
yeah, every time I see there's Apple TV, I'm like, no, don't look, because 90% of the time I'm like, damn, that looks really good. But I don't have Apple TV, so
yeah, like, right.
If they're not willing to release it to physical media, I don't want to give them the time of day.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to do.
Like,
well,
but it's Apple. Apple, what has Apple released for physical media ever?
Nothing. And that's where I'm kind of
well,
like,
they're
damn,
trying to build a streaming service, so
yeah.
Yes, but Monarch is something like Godzilla is something where that really should have gone to Blu-ray eventually.
But Hulu, they're streaming, and you can buy physical copies of shows.
Well, that's because Disney's finally. Well, they're learning that they do need to start putting. Oh well, yeah.
Because we used to get the Handmaid's Tale before we got Hulu.
Oh.
Oh, For All Mankind is out, but it's a Sony production.
Ah,
that's probably why.
That's why. Sony.
Thought, like The Boys with Amazon Prime.
I thought WWE put that out.
What?
For All Mankind.
No, that was the documentary for Mick Foley.
Yeah,
this is a different show.
Mankind.
My bad.
The Many Faces of Foley. 3 Faces of Foley.
Have mercy.
Right. Well, that was the gorge, everybody. I think that looks pretty interesting.
It does.
And just for Skeeter over here, Invincible season 3. Not gonna play this. Prime will hit us on that, but and I haven't actually seen this show. But Skeeter, I don't know if you can talk much to this show, and what it's about.
Yeah, my youngest son got me hooked on it. He watched it, and he's like, "Have you watched this yet? You really dig it." And I'm like, "All right," so I did, and the whole since 2 seasons are already out, I'm not really giving away any secrets to it or spoilers. You got Invincible, which is the kid that you're seeing there with the yellow and blue, but his dad is from another planet, kind of like Superman. With all, he's indestructible, nothing can defeat him. But he came to Earth, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's here to save us and protect us from everybody." Well, truth being is, he's here to destroy the whole human planet for his planet to take over. But he fell in love with this Earth woman, had the kid, which is Invincible, and he's just a teenage kid going through kind of like Spider-Man situations when he first finds out about his powers, and very clumsy, trying to get the hang of it. And but yeah, it's a great storyline. I mean, it's got a very edgy, dark story to it that's really good. It's like what's it called? The video game where the superheroes go bad for DC.
Injustice?
Yeah, Injustice. It's like that, where they're like, some of these superheroes are like, fuck it. We're just, and kind of like the boys in that situation too, but it's mainly just the one and a couple other superheroes that went bad, but
okay,
not that many. There's a lot of good villains in it too. It's pretty damn good. And then the second season went pretty good too. I was surprised. I was like, oh, here comes the crap show. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Some of the episodes are good, some are bad, but overall, I'd say it's pretty good. It did better than the boys did on theirs. So,
well, that's good. I would also hope that it would be better than like The Man in the High Castle.
Yeah. Oh man, I was so pissed about that. I love those books, but that failed. Man in High Castle.
Yeah, that was rough to watch on
that.
Okay, a couple more things.
Speaking of Superman.
Yeah, speaking of Superman, I thought this would tie in pretty well. Gunn is pretty excited to get everybody showing that trailer. They're kind of still figuring out when they're going to drop that. It is going to drop probably. I'm thinking they're saving it for the Super Bowl, personally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
9 days.
What's that?
They're saying I'm hearing 9 days on the 16th. I agree with you on the Super Bowl. That's probably the biggest idea.
That's what I would do.
Eyes.
Yeah,
but I'm hearing that it's going to be on the 16th. I don't know if that's true or not.
Or maybe that'll be trailer number 1 and trailer number 2.
Yeah,
we'll see. But he's pretty excited to get everybody to see David Cornsweet and how good he's going to be. And this is another example of James Gunn opening his mouth, and we will have to wait and see if he's actually telling the truth or not, because he thought Flash was the greatest film he had ever seen.
Oh,
so we will have to take his word with a pinch of salt, but also keep in mind that he is also partly responsible for getting the Superman documentary that has just dropped on HBO Max as of today. So I will be watching that tomorrow.
Get your
and probably crying my eyes out for a good hour.
I think a lot of people will be for that.
I really wanted to see it in theaters. I never had a chance to. And I really wanted to go see Werewolves, and it's been a busy weekend. So let's see here. We did Violent Night. We can stop sharing bookmarks. Oh, there was. I was going to bring up, since it's in our thumbnail title. Have you guys seen Star Wars Skeleton Crew?
Yes.
Okay. I have not. So what do you guys think about it so far?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Oh, wow.
I did watch it before Kevin did. So
yeah.
And I gave him advice like I did going into it. If you don't try to think it's Star Wars. Imagine kids Star Wars, but still a little better than Ewoks.
Yeah,
that's what you're going to get. It's a great kids show. That's pretty much it. It's just a good kids show with Star Wars ties, and the main theme so far I'm seeing is, hey, let's take Treasure Planet, Treasure Island, Star Wars. There you go, Skeleton Crew. That's the feel I'm getting for it so far for the 2 episodes that came out.
I would have preferred you said something like Titan AE, and that would make me go, what's that?
Yeah, Titan AE, that's another good. Oh, I love that movie.
I love that movie. Soundtrack's not great, but I love the movie otherwise.
They did an homage, because you can't say ripoff. Homage of Pirates of the Caribbean
Yeah.
with the key in the prison scene.
Yep.
Okay.
Where if you've not been to Disneyland or you've not seen Pirates of the Caribbean, there's a scene where all these pirates are trying to call the guard dog that has the key around his neck, and they've got a bone, and they're whistling at him.
I haven't seen something like that in a long time. I would call that an homage at this point then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the movie, they're sitting there doing that to this dog, and Johnny Depp cracks a joke. Yeah, it says you could do that forever, and the dog's never gonna move.
Yep.
Yeah. Which was haha, just like they're sitting there, the robots are doing that forever, and the dog never moves. Well, in this, they're in a very similar cell, but it's all spacey and stuff. And there's a key, but it's spacey and stuff. And as this droid hangs it up, you could hear people whistling in like cells down the hall. I'm like, oh, come on, really?
Wow.
Okay.
And them
That's
sending
funny.
that mouse-like creature, like, here, go get the key, and it goes right up to the key and sitting right there, and they're like, yeah, right there. No, not that way. No, not that way. And all of a sudden it goes,
yeah,
that didn't work out. like there's some humor to it, but it's like if you put kid humor to it more, it's more entertaining of a show.
Very much so, yes.
Okay.
If you go into it expecting a Star Wars explosive fun time, you might be a little disappointed. You're probably going to want to go in there expecting it to be more like the Goonies. Yes, that's the stereotype for it. It is a little bit lower on the pay grade, but go in expecting having fun. It's all designed to have fun. There's going to be loopholes that you're going to find with it. There's going to be silly ass characters, weird logic, but it's fun. Like one of the probably the most annoying character on the show is my favorite, and that's was it Neil? Is that the little elephant boy's name?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I like him. Like I love the dynamic of the boys, but the little elephant kid cracks me up. He's super cute. He's fun to watch. He's believable. Yeah, like he's cowardice without being annoying. Like he didn't want to be there in the first place, and the ship takes off. They, as they're getting shuttled away from their planet. I told you I didn't want to be here. It was just so like genuine but funny. Like, what else are you gonna say? Like, other than strangle your best friend? Like, I told you.
Yeah, that was the first loophole I saw, or problem with the show is after they jumped out of hyperspace in the first episode, and then they're like, "We're lost." I'm like every other Star Wars movie, just go check your logs, backtrack where you came from, because it always says where you went to in hyperspace and where you came from in hyperspace. But we don't know how to do that, and the robot that was controlling the ship had no clue how to do that either. It's
my God!
What the hell's wrong with you? That was like, all right, yep. Just remember, kid show. So
it's mostly intended for children.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't heard actually too many reviews. The most I've heard is just like, it's more for kids.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
It's better than Acolyte so far.
Yeah, way better. I agree with that.
Well, I got two quick questions for you. First one is Jude Law. How long is he in it so far, and is he actually pretty decent in it?
He's not in it for 5 minutes yet.
Fuck. Okay.
Not even at best.
Yeah, just like end of episode 2.
Oh, okay. So he kind of shows up at the end. All right.
But
it was good.
Yeah, he did a good job acting.
That was going to be my follow-up question. Was so ultimately, would you recommend this? Should I join in and we can actually talk about it next week? Then. Okay.
As long as you go with that,
I think you'd have fun with it.
Okay. And I'm willing to give it an honest chance. I
It's
mean,
decent.
I'm not looking for good Star Wars, so maybe this will surprise me.
Like we said, it's not Acolyte, so it's way
Should
better.
at least
than
be
that.
okay. All right.
Yeah, as long as you go in saying, okay, gotta allow a couple of things to slide because I think they're trying to get the next generation of Star Wars fans,
I do not have
something
a
to connect to
problem
them with that, which I understand, which that's fine. But I could
Like
understand
when
that
we were
too.
kids and they were doing the Ewoks movies.
Yeah, I got those.
I hated those.
I
got
was
the
not a
Christmas
fan of
special.
those as a kid either.
I got the Christmas special too. So,
the Christmas special was.
They referenced the Christmas special in this. Did you notice that?
Do?
Yeah. The elephant babies that are watching the show in the playpen.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Thing.
Yeah,
Oh
that's right.
God.
I forgot about that. I watched it early this week, and I've totally forgot about that.
So pay attention for Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, there's a few of them in there.
Yep, and there's some Easter eggs from Phantom Menace that are pretty good. Well, not pretty good, but noticeable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
so
pretty
it's fun. It's not great so far, but it's fun. I like it.
It's kind of cool they brought that Wolfman character back too. He was in the background on one of the Star Wars movies. I can't remember. It was one of the original ones where they could have been at the bar scene. But yeah, they got the werewolf-looking character, and I can't remember which.
Okay.
The originals, he was in the background. They showed that kind of race.
In the cantina.
He was in the cantina, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw him, and he's one of the pirates, and it's like, oh, cool. They're actually going to make this character more involved.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's a little stuff in there. You're like, oh, I remember seeing this character in the background or that or there,
Oh, we're in.
So, a lot of nods to the Star Wars universe, but like I said, they're not a full Star Wars TV show or movie series.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that they want to see more space wolf pirate person and less Skywalker in their new Star Wars shows. It's like,
well, they ruined Skywalker anyway, so I'm on board for that.
I don't know.
Yeah, if they don't bring any main characters into this, I'd be happy. Just
they don't need to
focus on it.
Okay.
They talk about the Jedi. They talk about the temples. They don't really hit the checklist hard like they did in Acolyte. Like Acolyte hit the checklist hard. Like you got to have a Wookiee. Yeah. You got to have lightsaber.
Have this, that, yeah.
Like you will see different species of aliens from the galaxy in this show, like on the one planet where they're all living at the beginning, and they're all living harmoniously. So it's like they hit the checklist organically that way without having to say, oh, and here's a Wookiee, by the way, which they very much did several times in Acolyte.
You get a Wookiee, and you get a Wookiee.
Our Wookiee has a lightsaber.
We did it all for the Wookiee.
And uses the Force.
Oh, God.
Oh, that
nasty.
I'm kind of hoping they do it like, I had to look it up real quick, Star Wars Rebels, where it's a younger group, and they get into the universe, which it doesn't tie into many of the main characters. I mean, they do talk about Anakin, and he pops in a couple episodes, and but if they do that, like catch a glance of somebody famous from the other Star Wars stuff, it'd be good.
Okay.
So, but it kind of gives that Rebels feel like, but younger characters than what they had in Rebels. I don't know if you guys seen Rebels or not. So
I have not. I'm way behind on a lot of the animated stuff.
Yeah, it's like teenager, young adult.
I heard it was good.
It really was good. It blew me away. I was surprised. So, but yeah, it's kind of like that. That was for, well, not millennial. Well, maybe millennial era. Yeah, millennials. They're pulling them into Star Wars with that show, and now this is Gen Alpha. So they're aiming for that Gen Alpha age group to try to pull them into Star Wars more, which it's a good thing to make the series original. Not, I don't want it fully tied in, but of course it's going to be tied in somewhat. But Yeah, don't bring in Skywalkers. Don't bring in anybody from the main series. Just let it be its own
Can't say
thing.
I'm shocked.
Mhm.
Yeah, like they've referenced the Republic, and
Yeah.
and that was about it. And it's kind of like, okay, so we are in that universe. So they were in that universe.
Yep.
But this is after the fall of the Empire, so you
Yep.
don't know exactly how long, how governments have changed. Only the piracy is now a thing because the Empire's not enforcing things like they were, and it makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah.
So the only thing that doesn't make sense is Nick Frost is the voice of the pirate droid.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. I love SM-33. He's totally cool. Instead of a parrot, like Skeet said, he's got a rat living inside of his eye.
Okay.
Just comes crawling out every now and then and goes back in, or just comes out totally. It's just
but he's
so good.
broken and handicapped basically until the little girl that he thinks is now his captain is in danger, and he activates and doubles in size, and it shows him like gross spikes out of his fucking arms. He's like, please unhand my captain. And you're like, oh shit. Those guys are gonna die.
Bring death to them all.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it was pretty good. The only thing is I watched those 2 episodes and I enjoyed it. But then I watched Creature Commandos immediately afterwards.
That's where we were going to go next. So, and then I got opinions on Creature Commandos, and oh my god, I can't believe I asked you guys to even watch that fucking thing.
Oh, you guys got to tell me about this now.
Creature
God,
Commandos
to be
was
frank,
insane.
I thought it was some of the most boring shit I have seen of a DC animated show in my entire life. I would rather watch Kevin's Harley Quinn show. I'd rather watch that again. Now, I like the voice actors. The animation's fine. The story is fucking stupid. The characters are fucking stupid. How do you have Frank Grillo, Alan Tudyk? You have all these great fucking actors in this show, and in 2 episodes, you have me sleeping.
Ooh.
The fuck is wrong with this show? It's fucking boring.
With Alan Tudyk, and you're sleeping.
And there's
That's
there's some stupid virtue signaling and incel craziness to the show too. But like that aside, just straight up, the show is fucking boring, yo. God, Kevin, what did you think? You seem to be like nodding over there, going,
I liked it.
Yep, I got Jeff for Harley Quinn now.
I really liked it. I like where he's kind of going with the DC universe that he's doing. This is not going to be phase 1. Everyone says this is going to be phase 1.
Well, this is
the Suicide Squad was
beginning
phase
of it
1.
all. Yeah.
Well, they referenced the Suicide Squad though. That's the thing.
And Peacemaker.
They referenced Oh, did they reference Peacemaker? Well, I mean,
because this takes place after Peacemaker, because they talk to General Flagg, and basically they're talking about how his son died a couple years ago in reference to Peacemaker killing his son. It's like, oh dear God, you're still tying it into stuff.
Well, that's, he liked what he did, and he's going to make it all relevant, what he liked.
Which is, I'm not going
to
knock on him for trying to tie everything together. It's just, you got to be very, very careful what you're doing. You have yet to get us some Superman footage. Like, legit, that if Superman don't fucking crush it at the box office, the whole thing's fucked to begin with.
Yeah.
And Creature Commandos could turn it around for me. I am going to watch the whole show. I might change my tune, but 2 episodes in, I'm bored out of my mind.
I like Alan Tudyk in it, though.
Oh, as Dr. Phosphorus?
Him covering.
I thought he was G.I. Robot, honestly. And then I saw the opening credits. I'm like, oh, he's actually. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, you're like, oh wait, that was Sean. Never mind. Okay.
oh, as Weasel again. Yeah, who is basically fucking nothing. It's like, why do you even get a goddamn job? You don't need anybody to voice that role. You could just tell Alan, hey, can you voice this role and just make grunting sounds and weird noises like a weasel licking himself?
That was pretty funny, though.
Yeah.
He's sitting there licking his ass.
Grooming himself. Oh my God. And somehow he survived like this incident with the starfish incident. It's like,
yeah, we know he has what it takes. He played possum for 2 hours.
pretty much. God. I did enjoy that in the Suicide Squad movie. I'm like, that was pretty good, actually.
Anyway, I don't know. Like, could this be better? Sure. Is it a little boring? In the sense that I don't know who the characters are. Well, I don't know.
That might have something to do with it. Yeah.
They changed the Frankenstein characters a little bit, which I wasn't totally wrong with. I thought it was disgusting and gross and fun.
Oh God, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Frankenstein, basically, or the bride. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, the bride who was made for the creature was getting pounded by Victor because they began having a relationship together that started off as father-daughter, then grew to something different, and then it's like showing him banging her corpse, and you're like, oh, fun with necrophilia.
Welcome to Deadwire Live, everybody. This is why we are doing this at nearly midnight in my time.
It made me laugh.
Of course it did. You're a sicko. But that's why we.
You won't see that on Superman, I'm sure.
No, you'll see it with Katie Vick and Triple H eventually one day, though.
Hey.
That's pretty much about all I had. I did want to talk about that. Now, Skeeter, just for the record, if you wanted to check out Creature Commandos, it is on the high seas. We can get you a link for that.
Okay.
If you cared to.
I'm not sure about this. You guys are pretty split in it. And that's kind of like, yeah, that's strange. Like,
I mean, I like the opening theme.
If I remember right, this is all like the Universal monsters, right? That they
sort of,
or
a little bit, sort of.
Well,
Frankenstein is. That's it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I had a buddy that read the comics, and there were the comics of those, right? On the DC, on the DC.
Yeah, there was the comics.
Yeah, DC
I never
universe.
read them.
Yeah. No, but a buddy of mine, I'm pretty sure he read them because there's something familiar about this storyline that sounds right that he told me, but I can't remember because it was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting, but not really. But
okay,
I don't know. Let me ponder it for a bit.
Not a problem.
Pounder it for a bit. I'm telling you, he's banging a corpse.
Yeah, he's just Kevin. You just want to find a corpse, don't you?
A corpse bride.
Oh, look, he's not denying.
No, he's like,
he's not answering.
I'm considering this.
You don't know.
I think we need to re-nickname Kevin.
You see it.
Oh God.
Now introducing Kevin Corpse.
All right.
Oh my God. All right, let's get out of here before Kevin really gets us like demonetized or fucking kicked off of YouTube. Skeeter,
yeah,
let everybody know where they can find you and what you're up to.
They can find me on any social media under Skeeter on Sound. I'm on that, what is it called, Blue Earth or something now? I have yet to post it. Yeah, I don't know whatever the newest one is. I just signed up to it a couple weeks ago and keep forgetting to put stuff on there, but I'll get to it. But otherwise, yeah, you can find me on here. back on the winter schedule again. So
Hey.
I'll be around a lot more.
Awesome. Glad to have you around, Skeeter. And you and I will be talking soon about another project we
Yes.
have coming up in January. So
keep tuned, everyone.
Yep, stay tuned. And Kevin, how about you? Where can people find you? And what do you do around here?
You could find us here all throughout the week on scinsandShadows.com and on the YouTube channel here on 0 Point Reviews, where we review movies that have been around for God knows how long, sometimes forever, sometimes brand new. There's never really any point to review them, but we're going to anyway. And then, of course, on Nostalgia TV, where we review TV shows that were canceled long before their time. Right now, we're working on Friday the 13th, season 2, which, no kids, it's not Jason Voorhees. It's these cursed artifacts that are just amazing, evil artifacts.
There are some Easter eggs here and there every once in a while.
Have we gotten any actual Easter eggs to the movies?
I want to say it's the machete in that episode 2 that I was telling you about.
Okay.
Now it's not implied, but I see. Why is this guy using a machete to open up a rope surrounding a crate? That makes like no freaking sense when there's plenty of knives.
It's a lot easier, instead of taking out the little pocket knife here. And
it legit looks like the machete knife from part 3. So I'm like,
Frank Mancuso is like, here, use this.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Deadwire Live Saturday night, number 41. We're working on our way up to another, I don't know. We'll keep going till the wheels fall off. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe, and when you hit the bell notification, you can stay tuned to all of our video content. And also, if you have a comment about any headlines we have, put them down below or in the chat. We would love to have you around with us. And if we didn't cover something that you think we should have, we will start including some of those next time. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
I'd buy that for $1.